Hey nerd, how are you? Welcome to the Nerd Sensei channel. Get ready with your Sharingans because today's video is going to shake up the whole Masashi Kishimoto's world. We're going to talk about the power levels of all the Susanoos. It's worth noting that here, I'll be analyzing the powers of all the Susanoos presented in the anime from the weakest to the strongest, not based on their amount of chakra, but rather on their ability to defeat any other Susanoo on the list in a one-on-one fight. With that in mind, let's dive into the analysis. The seventh and final place on our list goes to Shisui. That's right, Uchiha Shisui. But you must be outraged thinking, how come Shisui is way too overpowered? He should be higher in the ranking. It's important to remember here that what I'm analyzing is only the Susanoo and not the character itself. Sure, Shisui is indeed very powerful, and his Kotoa Matsukami is simply the most overpowered genjutsu ever invented. However, this does not contribute to his Susanoo being as powerful as he is. Shisui's Susanoo occupies this position because very little of its powers were seen, as in the few seconds it was presented, Shisui was able to defeat only a few random members of the Anbu root with his Yasaka no Magatama technique. Thus, because he had few accomplishments and showed almost nothing of his power, it's impossible for us to place Shisui's Susanoo in another position on our list. The sixth place goes to him, Indra Otsutsuki. Although this Susanoo does not demonstrate exclusive techniques, it occupies this position above Shisui, because besides being a perfect Susanoo, it is very similar to Sasuke's own Susanoo at its peak, which allows us to assume that its power level would be at least close. However, since we don't have more information about Indra's Susanoo, we cannot place it higher than its rivals, so it occupies our sixth position. In fifth place, we have Uchiha Madara, the creator of the famous phrase, "Do you prefer clones with Susanoo or without Susanoo?" Madara has a perfect Susanoo capable of cutting mountains with just the swing of his sword. Although it doesn't have any exclusive techniques, this Susanoo is also capable of using the Yasaka no Magatama technique, which uses a kind of chakra shuriken used by the Susanoo that causes a strong collision upon impact. Madara's Susanoo occupies this position because despite knowing that he is indeed very powerful, having been able to defeat the 5 Kages at the same time, he still does not possess enough power or exclusive techniques to move up in our list. Now the fourth place goes to Hagoromo's Susanoo. Yes, Hagoromo probably has one of the most powerful Susanoos among all, given that besides having the first Susanoo, which was the predecessor of all others, it also showed itself as being the most gigantic Susanoo among all. Seriously, if we compare it with other Susanoos, Hagoromo's Susanoo is simply colossal, being the same size as the Jubi itself. And we can perceive how gigantic the Jubi was in the Fourth Great Ninja War. Hagoromo's Susanoo was so powerful that it was even able to block a point-blank attack from a fully empowered Jubi. Thus, in brute strength, Hagoromo's Susanoo is indeed an extremely powerful adversary. Now we've reached the top 3, and you'll understand why they're even more powerful than Hagoromo. In third place, we have Uchiha Sasuke's Susanoo. And do you know why Sasuke is in third place? Yes, we're considering here Sasuke's Susanoo version with the power-up from the absorption of 8.5 bijuus, meaning his Indra's Susanoo form. Dude, there's simply no comparison. In raw power and chakra, this is the most powerful Susanoo ever seen so far. With the power of 8.5 bijuus, Sasuke channels the power of almost all tailed beasts, having his own Susanoo as the receptacle of this immense power. He was able to easily deal with several clones of Kurama, only being stopped by Naruto's Asura Kurama form. Seriously, Sasuke's Susanoo in this form is simply a brute force monster, possessing the highest chakra among all. However, remember that I mentioned that the criterion for power in this list is not chakra itself, but rather the ability to defeat the other Susanoo in battle? That's right, despite being very powerful, Sasuke's Susanoo simply wouldn't stand a chance against the next 2 Susanoos on our list. In second place, we have Itachi's Susanoo. Yes, despite not having a perfect Susanoo like others on this list, Itachi's Susanoo is the one that possesses the highest number of exclusive techniques, including the Totsuka Blade, capable of sealing anything it touches, and the Yata Mirror, which can reflect any attack and has all nature transformations. Seriously, it has a Susanoo with an attack that defeats any other with a one-hit KO and still has a shield that reflects any attack. It's simply insane. Not only that, but it can also use the Yasaka no Magatama, which gives it long-range offensive capability. Therefore, even though it doesn't have a perfect form, Itachi's Susanoo, when entering a battle with any other Susanoo, would have an incredible advantage given that the Susanoo itself is a huge chakra avatar. A huge target that doesn't move at such high speed, making it possible for Itachi to hit his target and seal the Susanoo in battle. And in the very first place, we have him, Kakashi's Susanoo. This Susanoo is simply almost virtually unbeatable by any other Susanoo. Let's explain why. Kakashi, upon acquiring the double Mangekyu Sharingan, can activate the Susanoo, which is strengthened by the power of the six paths as stated in chapter 689 of the manga. Thus, as soon as he activates his Susanoo for the first time, he can use a perfect Susanoo with wings right away. Not only is this almost unreal for someone who is not an Uchiha, but Kakashi can also use the Kamui Shuriken technique with his Susanoo. And it's precisely this technique that gives Kakashi's Susanoo the first place on our list. The Kamui Shuriken's main power is to send everything it touches to another dimension. In other words, it's virtually unbeatable because in a fight with any other Susanoo, Kakashi could keep his distance and simply throw several Kamui Shurikens, sending his opponent to another dimension instantaneously. And this is even more true, for example, if we were to simulate a fight between Itachi's Susanoo and Kakashi's Susanoo. In a fight between the two, whoever landed the first blow would win the fight. So if Itachi hit first, Kakashi's Susanoo would be sealed. And if Kakashi hit first, Itachi's Susanoo would be sent to another dimension. However, in addition to Kakashi's Susanoo being perfect and with wings, giving it greater mobility to evade Itachi's Susanoo, it's also the only one between the two that has a long-range attack. In other words, Kakashi could simply keep his distance from Itachi without any problems and end the fight with his Kamui Shuriken without much difficulty, since hitting such a huge target like another Susanoo wouldn't be so complicated for the copy ninja. Thus, Kakashi's Susanoo occupies the first place as the most powerful Susanoo on our list. And that's basically it, nerd! Did you enjoy the video? Disagree with any position on the list? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching this far, and until the next video.